My name is Garri Covalschi. Me and two of my friends, we opened up a trucking company 7 years ago called Hermes NVC Corp. We were actually in the industry for quite a while. In trucking terms, it's not a lot, but for us it was 3 years. It was enough. So we decided to open our own company. We've had friends, we've had relatives that they were all somehow involved in this, and with the help of them all, we didn't do it by ourselves. We managed to grow, I would say, pretty fast to a level that we are at today. Nowadays, we have our 85 trucks all over the country. We have our contracts, we have customers that are happy with our service, and we hope that we're gonna grow to more satisfied people around us. Not only customers, but employees and family members, and even insurance agencies. We had a really bad 2018. The year was a nightmare. We were really fighting for surviving there. And then in 19, things kind of leveled out, but it never got any better. It was just a steady bad situation. And then at the beginning of 2020, when people were starting to talk about this pandemic, or it wasn't a pandemic back then, but the amount of loads started to drop, and they were dropping, significantly day by day. Month of March and April for our company was one of the worst that could have been. We were always, I would be honest with you, I was waking up every morning thinking if we're gonna make it to the end of the day. Drivers were on the edge. We had to keep our trucks idling all over the country because there were 200 trucks and one load in the area. Trucks were driving, 600 miles empty just to get a load. It was a situation where you were keeping equipment moving just to be able to pay people or pay for your equipment. And most of the times they didn't cover that cost. If we want to talk numbers for our company, we lost about 200,000 in the month of March, like we were negative, and then another 300 in April. We were really struggling there, and we are in an industry where you're always prepared that you have to have some reserves. You never know how things can change, and they change like very quick. And we had our reserves, but since we were coming from already a bad year, they were not that significant. So we were in a situation where we were really afraid of the consequences of that pandemic. Luckily, things started to change in May. Everyone was looking for stuff to be moved around. The government came in with the changes in hours of service. Drivers were able to drive longer hours per day. Mostly what we haul, because we do reefers, mostly that's what we carry. So it's either food or it's some sort of perishable substance in there that needs to be delivered quick. So that's when we started to pick up, and I would be honest with you, it never changed since then. I think that the most important thing in the insurance and truck company relationship is trust. If you get to a level where your agent or the company that you work with understands your business, where they know what you do and how you do it, they are there for you. They can help you out. They can tell you, hey, I see what you're doing, you don't do it right. It's like a true parent. I see what you're doing, you don't do it right. Do it this way and you'll be happy in the future. What ENGS Commercial does different than other insurance agencies is they try to create a bond. They try to create a relationship where you trust them and they trust you. And I know that I'm not perfect, and we don't do, like I said, we are in the most regulated industry in the country, and we are not always following rules 100%. And when you see that the person or the company that you work with don't just slap you on the hand for doing something wrong or doing it not how they asked you, but they try to understand you, they try to come with a solution, or they try to help you out, that's what actually makes a difference for me. And I noticed that from, I can't say from the very beginning, but from the first year of working with ENGS, that Barb specifically was always trying to understand what we do and how we do, and then to find a solution for that. And for me, not knowing anything in the insurance world, it meant a lot, because I've learned along the way the proper way of doing things, and I appreciate it.